So the next design evolutions for the Critter Studios, you guessed it, the Frowning Critters. So when I first found out about the Frowning Critters, it was, I think, somewhere in 2024. It's probably both March and April. So the first two I knew was Caffeine and Dogpress. When I first saw them, I was like, what? A different colored dog day and catnap? I was confused and I didn't even know who they are until I started get to know them. But I didn't even know their genders until now. So Caffeine and Dogpress are a girl. But there are frowning critters that. So the frowning critters are basically the opposite of smiling critters in their gender swaps. So the ones that are female is Caffeine, Dogpress, Dumba Duba Fant, and Whipping Chicken. The ones that are male is Floppy Flopsy, Gry Gbear, and Iggy Piggy. However, Unicorn is the only one that is completely genderless, which means they are non-binary. But however, this might be shorter because we don't have to go over the critters mentioned concepts, because while the smiling critters have design concepts, the frowning critters don't have one. Just a reminder before we go over them, their design and Epic Show have no inspirations, however the Critter Studio versions of their designs do. So the first frowning critter who likes to drink coffee is Caffeine. This design of Caffeine and the other rest of the frowning critters, all of their first appearance was in Sir Wolf's Mansion video called Frowning Critters. However, their design is still marked as Epic Show designs, but there was something about this version of Caffeine. While Caffeine may seem friendly, she is very aggressive and highly obsessed with coffee. I don't know why, but that has always been her personality since Sir Wolf's Mansion and the roleplays of Epic Show. And believe me, this version of Caffeine is very, very crazy. However, in Critter Studios, she did get a new look. Her outfit changed and her shoes are basically the same. But that's not only that. Her fur was more changed to be brighter. Her personality was also changed to be more kind and friendly, instead of making her crazy like how she was in Epic Show. While Caffeine still drinks coffee, the Critter Studios version of her, she doesn't seem to drink coffee that much, but she still does. Her new design is inspired by this version of Caffeine found on the internet, even though she doesn't wear a jacket. Next is a very sad dog, Dogpress. This is what she used to look like back in Epic Show, where her design is made for Sir Wolf's Mansion. Also, her blue color was a bit too saturated for some reason. But she was completely different from her original design where it doesn't match her ears at all. But she did receive a new design where her ears are now correct and her blue color was toned down and she now wears a bow. This design is largely inspired from one of her looks found on the internet. Next up is Gry Gbear, who is the angriest frowning critter. While his design was made for Sir Wolf's Mansion, this is what he used to look like in Epic Show, while for some reason his ears looked wrong and his red fur color was weird for some reason, until he got a new design in Critter Studios where his red fur color was made darker. His ears were correct this time, and you guys might know what this design of Gry Gbear is inspired from. Yup, you guessed it, it's inspired from that one YouTuber who I can't say the name because reasons. While the Critter Studios design of Gry Gbear is inspired by this one from the internet or that YouTuber, it was more detailed. Next up is the laziest and one of the youngest of the frowning critters, Floppy Flopsy. For some reason, Floppy Flopsy's design is weird because his ears used to look like this for some reason. I think it's probably because I tried to make his ears look like Hoppy Hopscotch ears but failed. In Critter Studios, he did receive a new design. This design may not seem different, but his ears were more made to match his ears how they're always facing down. But his outfit might seem like a updated version of his old outfit that he had in Epic Show. However, this design of Floppy Flopsy has no inspirations from the internet. It's just made for CritterStudios. And also, he's gay. Next is Iggy Piggy. While his design was made for Sir Wolf's Mansion and marked as Epic Show, there is nothing much to say here. The only thing I can say is he used to wear overalls, but he did get a new look in CritterStudios. This design of Iggy Piggy has no inspirations from the internet as well, but he now has hair and wears a jacket and black pants instead of overalls because that did not fit for him at all. Next up is Dumba Duba Fant. So her design was also made for Sir Wolf's Mission but marked as Epic Show designs. There is nothing much to say here for this design of her, but the only thing I can say is her paint color was too saturated. Until she get a new design in CritterStudios, while her paint color was simply brighter, but there's nothing to say. But the biggest change is that her ears were made smaller, her outfit was changed, she wears black leggings, and also has hair. Unfortunately, I don't think this design of her has any inspirations from the internet. I don't know. But hey, that's all I got for Dumba Duba Fant. Next up is a scared frowning critter who has a lot of fears, Whipping Chicken. So, unfortunately, this design of Whipping Chicken looks very wrong because her hair was incorrect and for some reason, she doesn't wear a skirt. Until in CritterStudios, she received a new design. Her hair was almost correct this time and her outfit was more updated and she now wears a skirt. Same thing for Dumba Duba Fant and the other Frowning Critters. I don't think Whipping Chicken has inspirations for the internet, but I guess I could say that her outfit might be inspired by one of the school uniforms. I don't know. And lastly is Unicorn, who is the only Frowning Critter that received biggest changes to their design. So Unicorn used to look feminine in Sir Wolf's Mansion and Epic Show, but until in CritterStudios where they received the biggest design change, now making them masculine instead of feminine. The reason why Unicorn was made to be masculine in CritterStudios is because they were the opposite of Craftycorn, even though Craftycorn is female and Unicorn has no gender. While their outfit changed in CritterStudios, it might be very inspired by this one from the internet. However, the jacket that they wore has been turned into a vest in CritterStudios. And that is all the Frowning Critters that debuted in Epic Show and Sir Wolf's Mansion. However, I don't have to do the design evolutions for the Nightmare Critters because they did not appear in TES at all. They were all exclusive to CritterStudios, but hey, if they were in Epic Show, that could be a problem. But yeah, I don't know what is the third part for design evolutions, but that's all I got. And with that, see you guys later.